day, I mean. I went to see my doctor. I had to, he's ill.
Alright folks, here's the thing. Every joke, every laugh, every I can't breathe, that's too funny moment is really just a story. But not just any story. Oh no, it's a story brewed from 7 magic ingredients. Like a comedy soup. Stir well, add awkward pause, and serve with malice. First ingredient, setup. This is where you lure your audience in. Believability. It's gotta sound real enough that people nod along before you hit them with the nonsense. A target. Every joke needs someone or something to aim at. Could be a person, an animal, or that one tree that always looks judgmental. Hostility. Let's face it, jokes aren't about being nice. Comedy is polite anger. Exaggeration. You take real life and stretch it out the way your mom used to stretch your panties. Twist. The wait what moment. Character. The flavor. You can't just tell a joke, you have to become the joke, or the vessel through which it's sold. Now, let's break down a simple story. Our hero, Tommy, needs help from his doctor. That's the setup. The audience is already picturing him coughing, limping, maybe clutching his side dramatically. Totally believable. We've all been to the doctor. The target? The doctor. Poor guy. Hostility? Tommy's not happy. Maybe he's moaning about the waiting times, or the smell of antiseptic in despair. Exaggeration? He's not a little unwell. No, Tommy's on his deathbed. He's seen the light. He's already halfway through writing his will and leaving his Netflix password to his goldfish. And then comes the twist. The doctor's actually the sick one. Tommy's been complaining the whole time, and it turns out he's the healthiest man in the room. Boom, surprise, laughter, applause, maybe an uncomfortable cough or two. And of course, you need character. Tommy isn't just some random guy. He's silly, lovable, the kind of bloke who could trip over a shadow and blame the moon. A total buffoon, but with charm. Now, it's your turn. Let's write one together. Start with, I went to see my doctor. And remember your comedy ingredients. Setup. Believability. Target. Hostility. Exaggeration. Twist. Character. Write your masterpiece in the comments, then give a thumbs up to your favorite entries from other viewers, and be nice. We're all just trying to be funny here. Here's what I came up with. I went to see my doctor. His surgery's 60 miles from my house. I got 2/3 of the way there. I was tired and sweating, so I walked 40 miles back. I went to the doctor's surgery early this morning. I had to. I'm the doctor. I went to see my doctor. Long queue. Door wasn't even open. Receptionist was nowhere to be seen. Massive long queue. I was right at the back of it. Elderly people shouting and screaming. Then I remembered I was the receptionist. Let's try again with a different joke.
Oh, excuse me, that reminds me. Hold on a second. Hello? Is that the GPO? Look, I want to complain about my phone bills. They keep going up and up. But why are they so big? What? Because of what?
Now go forth and create chaos. I mean, laughter. Phase 2. Remember those 7 sacred comedy commandments from before? Setup, believability, target, hostility, exaggeration, twist, and character. Yeah, the Holy Bible of funny. Let's see how they work when your wallet's crying louder than your ringtone. So, today's story? A man who can't pay his phone bill. Classic. Tragic. Relatable. Basically the national anthem of being broke. Let's break it down. Setup? A man calls the telephone company to complain. Easy. Believable, right? We've all been there. You're on hold for 3 hours, listening to the same 12 seconds of elevator music on loop, slowly losing the will to live. Believability? Absolutely. Thanks to austerity, everyone knows what it's like to get a bill so big it deserves its own postcode. Target. The telephone company. Obviously. Because when in doubt, blame the faceless corporation. They've got your money and your soul. Hostility. Tommy's angry. Not burn down the building angry, but passive-aggressive British customer service call angry. You know the type. No, I'm not angry. I'm just very disappointed. Exaggeration. Now, this is where Tommy turns it up. He's not just got a big bill, oh no, his bill's so big it comes with its own sequel. He needs a forklift just to read page 1. Exaggeration is also used in the twist, with a handset so big his mother would be proud. Twist? Here comes the punchline. The handset is too big. Not the bill. It's the surprise felt by the audience. Boom! The audience didn't see it coming, but it totally makes sense in hindsight. They're laughing, they're shocked, and somewhere in the distance, a BT operator just hung up. Character. Now, Tommy's still the same lovable clown from our last story, the guy who could get lost in a car park or argue with a toaster. Stand-up comedians usually stick with one persona, one voice. It's their comedy skin. But sketch actors? They're chameleons, new character with every joke. 1 minute a doctor, next minute a pigeon with commitment issues. And here's the golden rule. Every joke needs emotion and attitude. Ask yourself, what's Tommy feeling here? Frustration? Desperation? Maybe he's just one hold tune away from a full emotional breakdown. And what's his attitude? Angry? Sarcastic? Hopelessly dramatic? Because that's where the magic happens. Through the character, the audience doesn't just hear the joke, they feel it. They might laugh out of sympathy, cringe at the awkwardness, or cry because they too once tried to cancel a phone contract and aged 5 years in the process. So remember, emotion fuels comedy. Attitude gives it bite. And a great character, that's the glue that holds the madness together.
It's not my night, is it? I've always been unlucky. I had a rocket horse once, and it died.
Phase 3. You get the idea this time. Try your own version of this joke. With the opening line, I've always been unlucky. Here's what I came up with. I've always been unlucky. I once won a free trip in a raffle. It was to the building where the raffle was being held. I've always been unlucky. My lucky numbers are 4, 13, and 22. The combination to a lock stolen by a bike thief. Yeah, he didn't steal the bike, just the lock. I've always been unlucky. I was born on February 29th. So, for my 21st birthday, I finally got to have my first drink. If you like my work, smash the subscribe button. It costs you nothing. Or buy my overdramatic novel. The link is in the description.